Hi everyone, this is Kathleen from American College Strategies, and I'm on the campus of TCU, Texas Christian University in Fort Worth, Texas. TCU has just under 9,000 undergraduate students. It's 41% get in, 91% return year two. And also 49% of students are from outside of Texas. So if you're looking for a Texas experience, but you're looking to have students from all over the country and all over the world, TCU just may be the campus for you. In the information session, admissions officers gave really good advice to the group of students that I was with. One of the things they said is make your application stand out, and they recommended absolutely upload a resume to your application. Another thing they recommended is to maybe do a video or a blog that you upload to your application that showcases what you're doing outside of academics. That can be done on zme.com. I always like to ask, what kind of scholarships do you give students? Here at TCU, your application becomes your scholarship application for school funding. So when you send your application in, you're automatically judged and they make decisions whether you will get a scholarship or be able to go into the honors college. There's no additional essay, there's no additional application. All students who apply are considered. So if you're looking for nursing, TCU might be a great school for you. If you're looking for business or engineering, TCU might be a great school for you. There are 8 different colleges here on campus, from business to education, fine arts to the honors college. An interesting tidbit is the psychology department is actually in the engineering and sciences college, because their thought here is that psychology is a science, and that's very different from most universities. When I talk to my students that are looking for engineering and business and nursing, one of the things they ask me is, when I apply to TCU, am I automatically in that program or do I have to reapply? For business, you are entered into pre-business, and after 2 years you do have to reapply and have an interview to get into the program. But if you do what you're supposed to do, you'll be in. For nursing and engineering, it is direct admit. If you tick off that box in your application that you want engineering or you want nursing, you are immediately in the program. In 2019, TCU is opening a medical school. And the students here are really excited because they are saving 1/3 of their spaces for TCU graduates. And I've asked, what is the number of students getting into medical school out of TCU? And that number is 85% of the students here that are applying to medical school get in, and that is double the national average. For nurses, I always ask, what is the percentage of students that pass the nursing licensure test? That is 97%. That is awesome. So if you're looking for nursing, or you're looking for health sciences, you need to put TCU on your list. I wanted to talk to you about student life and traditions here on the campus. TCU's mascot is the horned frog. In fact, when you walk by campus and see the giant horned frog statue, don't forget to rub the nose. That's good luck. So the first year experience here at TCU has 4 components: connections, frog first, frog camp, and orientation. And they're all a little bit different. Connections is a course you'll take 1 semester. It's elective. You don't have to take it if you don't want to. But it's really good. It does things like assessing your learning style, how to get connected to the school. You don't get a grade. It's pass, no pass. So don't worry about it. Frog Camp is a little bit different. It's the week before orientation. You pick lots of different areas. My guide told me she went to Waco, Texas. Another was in Fort Worth and in the stockyards, checking out the stockyards and really understanding what it is to be living in Texas. Frog First is when you all get together with the people you're living with and go to a professor's home where they serve you dinner, cook and serve you dinner, and get to understand the personality of the professor, and he or she gets to understand who you are and what you want to learn here at TCU. And then the last part, that's when you enter orientation. One of the guides told me a fun thing that they did at orientation is you put a shower cap on and you put whipped cream or shaving cream actually around the shower cap, and someone starts tossing Cheetos on your head to get a giant red hair. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, and that's pretty typical of what happens here at TCU. I always like to hear from my guides and students what makes TCU stand out. What are the memories that they will take away when they leave their campus? What I was hearing here is fun things. There is an area called the Commons between some dormitories, and everybody gathers there quite often during the year. On Wednesday, because it's hump day, there could be a real camel standing there that you can talk to or pet. Sometimes there's dogs that you can play with on campus. One of the big events on campus is just before Christmas break and just before finals, a spectacular show at the Commons. A giant Christmas tree is brought in. All the students gather around. There's Christmas carols, there's fun things going on, and then the Christmas tree is lit. And as the Christmas tree is lit, there's a giant fireworks display synchronized to music. And that is what leads students into finals and heading home for Christmas. Other things that happen on campus that you may want to know about is it is a 50% Greek school. If you want to be in a sorority or fraternity, it's available here. If you don't want to be in one, that's okay. It doesn't matter, you're still involved in your school. So TCU stands for Texas Christian, and I asked a lot of students what they felt that meant. And somebody put it really beautifully. The C in TCU can be as big as you want it or as little as you want it, and that's how the students approach it. Linked to that, there is one course in religion that is required of all students at TCU. But that course could be Bible studies, it could be world religion. It is a one-semester course. It doesn't matter when you take it, but you have to complete it before graduation. So another thing I found really interesting is at TCU, if you're in the marching band, you actually get a $3,000 a year stipend for being on the marching band. How cool is that? You get to march at events, you get to do something you love, playing an instrument, and they pay you to do it. Pretty cool. So from Fort Worth, Texas, and TCU, this is American College Strategies.